So if you remember on the last video, with the help of AI, we built this Arduino thing along with this code here, and that would control with these buttons, these LEDs, which could be the corresponding relays. And there is also a display here that shows the state of the machine each time. So here, right here in front of me is the Arduino, and I will now try in front of you and put all the controls. I will unplug the USB from the computer to be sure I don't do anything bad. If you remember, the buttons here were connected to number 13, which is here, and backwards, and the relay controls, which are here, were connected to number, let's see, I think 8 and backwards. So this cable here is the power supply from this board, so I will take it out now because we don't want to use it. I will put it somewhere, whatever. And this time the power supply will come from the 5 pin of the Arduino, and this will be the power supply for the relays for their supply. The relays need a control pin and a supply pin. Okay, and now one by one I will connect all the other pins. So let's see that the very last relay is number 8. So here are the relay. The last relay, which is the violet here, will be number 8, and then we will go backwards, 8, 7, and then 6, 5. And then we have another one, which is the record, which is here, which is 4, just like that. And the other control of the play must be with that play, with the play here. So these are controlled. No, yes. So let me take out this plug and put this, and now these are controlled together. Now I will have to put the buttons with this cable here. So the record, yeah, but I have to power them on also. So this will go to this. The other plug will go here. The other so I'm putting all the contacts here one by one. And no, I did something wrong. I bypassed here I bypassed a pin. That wouldn't harm anything, it's just as the code was done according to the corresponding pin and the code wouldn't work. And this last button is pin 13, which is here. Now the other side of the buttons, I will have to connect them to plus. Let me go and find, because I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cables more, and I will have to go and see. Here there are some, because I will not need a power supply. No, I can take this out also, because I will not need the power supply. I will need it later when I go and, so I should leave the power supply as is, because when I go and test my setup on the machine, I will power supply it from the machine. So these cables will be necessary in, and this in goes where? Here is the minus coming from the plug, so this will be here. Now I will need them. I will have to go and find. So I went and collected more cables to bring with me, and this cable here comes from the minus here to the minus here, and when we press the buttons we make them minus, so we make the pins low, and that's how our program is developed, that when these pins go low from these buttons, the other pins here go high to control the relays and activate them. So let me see now what I can do. Okay, here is our program on Tinkercad. I will now fire Arduino here, and I will just make a new sketch. I did my checks before to know that everything is working okay, but when you come here to the Arduino, you will first have to be sure here Arduino is checked, or the corresponding ESP board in case you have. Here put the correct serial port, so that the USB of the computer communicates with the Arduino. And here on the libraries, manage libraries, you have to put the two libraries that are here. You have to install the two libraries that are here, Liquid Crystal I2C and Wire. If you have done all this, it is very possible that your program will work. To know that our board is indeed connected, we will go here to the examples and make here the very basic blink example and verify that our Arduino is indeed blinking. Let me show you here. Can you see the pin of the Arduino that is blinking? It's right here. So because it is blinking, it is an indication that our computer is indeed connected with the Arduino. Now, I will take this complete sketch that we built on the previous video, copy it and paste it in the Arduino IDE here, and then save. And now it's uploading it to Arduino, and it says it's done uploading. Let's see now what we have achieved. So if you look at the corresponding relays here, when a relay is activated, a red light can be seen. For example, here is the stop. Can you see here the stop blinking? I might, okay. Put it like that, okay. So if I press this, which is the reverse, did you see that blinking? Now if I press the fast forward, which is here, this will blink. Did you see it? Reverse, fast forward, reverse, fast forward, reverse, fast forward. Now play cannot be pressed, only stop can be pressed. And it remains for some time. But if we press play, with play, two relays are activated, as you can see, just for 0.3 seconds. And when we press stop, only for 0.5 seconds, the stop relay is activated. And when we press record, that remains on for some time. If we don't press play, it stops. But if we press play, it stops, but now the machine is in record mode, and we can see that because now play cannot be pressed, fast forward, reverse cannot be pressed, but only stop can be pressed. You saw it? Okay. As I see, the functionality of all this looks to be okay according to what we put on our program. Next thing to do, I will try and see if I have cables for to put on the LCD screen also. I'm not sure if I do. And then I will test it on the machine. Well, I did find some additional cables, and now I connected my LCD screen, and as you can see, it's on stop. Okay, if I press play, it's on play. Stop, fast rewind, fast forward, stop, and play. Okay, if I press record, the record blinks and stop. But if I press the record and then the play, record stays on, and now the machine is recording. I guess we are already ready to test this on the machine. Okay. So about the light down right, I had to do it to trick the camera and make it think there is a lot of light. Otherwise, the LCD display would not be visible. So I didn't change anything here. The only thing I changed is the source of the power supply. Before it was from the port of the Arduino and from the Arduino here. Now it is from the cable coming from the machine. And have a look at that. This is play. Now the machine is playing and the display shows play. Now this is stop. Now this is fast reverse. You can see the mode on the LCD screen. Stop. Let me show you the record. If I press the record and I press then the play, it's recording. If you saw, the record is blinking, as you can see, until somebody presses play. Otherwise it stops again. There is only one problem with this configuration, that you have to use only the remote control, because listen what happens. Now the machine is in play, but I might go and stop it from the button. Our remote never sensed that, so it doesn't know somebody pressed stop, and it's still on play. And furthermore, if I now press play, it doesn't respond because it thinks it's in play, so it will not allow play again. If I want to play again, I have first to press stop and then press play. So this is the only problem when we don't sense from voltages in the machine which is the state of our machine. So if we use the remote control, we either control only from the remote control or from the buttons. The only problem though is just that the display will be confused and some functions will be sort of messed up. Because if I now press fast reverse, the display shows fast reverse, but if I press stop, the display still shows fast reverse, which means I cannot press play. You see? But I can press fast forward. If I stop it, I cannot press play. I have first to press stop and then to press play. So what we have achieved now is that we can control the machine with a remote control, wired remote control, using an arduino that controls relays. And furthermore, by doing this, we can tell the controller, the arduino is a controller, to display the state of the machine on an LCD screen. That's all with this video, and we go on to the next.